Hi, Capricorn. Welcome to your weekly energy check-in for all things Capricorn. I have no Capricorn placements. I am a little weirdo. If you look in the community tab, half of my birth chart is vacant, and then the other half has double and triple placements. So I have no Aquarius, no Capricorn, no Pisces, and no Aries placements. I'm a little weirdo. So I'm so sorry. However, I have a Capricorn daughter and she's beautiful and wonderful. So, all right. Everything you need to know about me is in the description of this video below, including my email on how to contact me for a personal reading. It'll be a Zoom just like this, and I record it, and you get to keep it forever and ever and ever. Please assist Facebook. We're not assisting Facebook today. Please assist YouTube and the algorithm with your likes, shares, and subscribes. What they know to do is to send you more Capricorn readings just like this with your likes, shares, and subscribes. That's how they know what to do. And in addition, this very important message will get out to other Capricorns. Please assign all genders and identities as you wish, because tarot was made way before you and me. And it's literally the development and evolution of the fool's journey, which is what tarot is about. It's the fool's journey. So if you want to Google that and look that up, that is what tarot is about. If you don't like shuffling, fast forward. Also, if the shoe doesn't fit, don't wear it. Not every reading is going to be for you, and that's okay. All right, so let's get into this Capricorn. The overall week. Capricorn Spirit for all of those significant things. This week. Bottom of the deck is the High Priestess. So the High Priestess is all about, my dog is in here, so if you hear her snoring, just take it as extra confirmation. She goes everywhere with me. So the High Priestess is all about intuition, and she will often represent people like tarot readers like me, people with gifts, things like that. She's about your inner knowing and that you already really know the answer, it's within. And then she's also very secretive. So it can be about keeping secrets and things you don't know. So let's see what it means for you. Okay, so let me lay them out. Let me lay them out. All right, so just remember everything is about intuition, a person representing this, your inner knowing, and secrets being kept. Okay. So in your current energy, you have the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is about waiting for your ships to come in. So you can see he's just kind of waiting for his ship to come in there. It is also about being at a distance, whether that's physical, emotional, or mental. It is also about taking businesses online or meeting people online. So, in your difficulties, you have the Ace of Cups. So, the Ace of Cups is all about emotions, it's about giving your heart a new love development. When it's in the reverse or difficulties, it can mean unrequited love or unreturned love or difficulties in love. So, um, if somebody has been at a distance and there's been emotional, like I would see in one respect, this would be, and just take what resonates. Let me know in the comments. I love it when you guys actually interact with me and tell me stuff. This could be like because you're at a distance from somebody, this love isn't working out, or it's unrequited or unreturned, or there's been issues with it. Or you've been online dating and it's just been like, I get it. I don't even do that. And I don't even look. I have it on the Facebook app, but it's not worth it. It's all people have just different ideas, you know, of how things should work. All right. So, um, in your past energy, you have the Knight of Swords. So, the Knight of Swords often represents a fight or a separation or a serious argument. This guy is a brawler and he will come in incredibly fast. He's at the fastest knight of the knights. He's very impulsive, very cutting with his words, and he will just come in and blurt a bunch of stuff on and so because he's impulsive, he can be incredibly abusive in his shadow side. And in the spectrum of bad things, it can be all the way from being in a any type of abusive relationship, whether that's physical, mental, emotional. I would suspect if you got in a fight with this person, it'd be very um, emotionally abusive words at a minimum, you know, worst case scenario and high likelihood the cops were called. This guy isn't great in his shadow. But I typically, when I take a look at this, I see fight, separation, and argument. And so we have the Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords is a stalemate, basically. No decision being made, a blockage, nothing in, nothing out, nothing moving forward at all. So there's some sort of separation or fight where it's just at a stalemate where both parties are equal. They may be completely different people, have completely different values, be amazing in different arenas, but they're worthy adversaries. So it's just like it's a stalemate. Everybody basically pissing in their face, Or, this can also be read as there is, in the past, there's been no action. There's been a blockage on taking action and moving forward. In your goals, you have the Lover's card. So typically, the Lover's card is about a moral decision. And so it's in your goal to make this massive, important moral decision. It can also be about a goal of coming into union with a partner or choosing between two partners, one person over another, one job over another, things like that. So, a big, fat moral decision. In the near future, you have the World. The World is the last card in the major arcana. So it's about something coming full circle, 360, everything coming around in a full circle back to where we are again, except we're more enlightened, right? So you see yourself in a very Queen of Pentacles way. She is usually considered pre-Empress energy, and the Empress is the embodiment of all the queens in the deck. This queen is incredibly abundant in every arena, whether that is monetary, love, friendship, things like that. Anything, she just grows things because she's incredibly nurturing. She is always married. She always represents the wife in readings. She's always a mother, and she's just incredibly nurturing and abundant. I won't read this a shadow aspect since you see yourself in this energy right now. So you just want to keep you seeing yourself that way. Friends, family, coworkers are see you moving on to calmer waters in whatever this fight or situation is. And that could either be physically, mentally, or emotionally. So you're either you've physically moved away from this, and so this has calmed things down for you. You've mentally moved on, so you're in a better mental space, which is what swords are about. Or you've emotionally moved on to a calmer space in this situation. Whatever it may be for you. Okay, your guidance is the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is a Pisces card. It is about children. All the pages are children. They represent children. This is about like new love, a crush, because it's a child. They can't emotionally articulate their feelings, so they just have feelings, right? So, and this can be messages like small things like a little like on Facebook or a heart somewhere else or a tiny, tiny message. This is not like a big overt message of love. So this can represent a tiny loving message or an apology. It's an apology card. Or a person in your life that's kind of like this. Very innocent, very naive. So with the World right beside this card, you have come full circle, either with an apology or a love message, or with a Pisces, or your um, emotional immaturity has come full circle. Like you get that about yourself or someone else at this time. Your outcome is the Eight of Pentacles, which is kind of ironic for a Capricorn. I'm sorry. Don't hate me. Don't hate me. I'm just a messenger. It's work related things, working on things, which is what is most noted with your sign. So, you are with your goals being that you have this big moral choice. It looks like you're kind of working on your goal here. You're working on making this choice. You're working on this partnership. Just remember, like if it's a secret or a person or whatever, you already know. You already know what to do here. You already know. So let's. This is kind of interesting. Let's go with the Truth deck. This is kind of a twin flame card, so a nod to twin flames. but I haven't seen any other evidence of that yet. So if we get one or two more confirmations about a higher soul connection, we'll start talking about that. But as of right now, I'm more inclined to leave it at this being a a moral decision that you're working on, and you're having your intuition guide you on whatever this flight was, and the closing out of a full cycle of something that was emotionally immature. Okay. So we are using, get your truth deck. All of my decks, if I don't buy them in person, I get them online at Etsy pretty much. But the truth deck and the romance one I use, they are on a website of their own. They have their own separate website. And then this deck for tarot that I was using is the Brand Lux Tarot. What is some overall advice for Capricorn at this time? Advice. Imbalanced. Okay, so let's just see what that means, because that could mean a few things. Let's see, because this could be the Two of Pentacles imbalance, the Six of Pentacles imbalance, and trying to find balance. Is it that Two of Swords, which is about balance, but also being at a stalemate and a decision not being made? Let's see. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Temporary setback. So if there was some sort of a blockage due to a fight or argument, it's temporary. New home. So if you've experienced like something within, like working on a new home, that was a temporary setback. Strength is a Leo card. It's all about, it's in the major arcana. It's about inner strength and managing things like, taming the beast with a harp type thing. It's also about sucking things up, just being like, all right, we can deal with this, Choose you first. So very Empress, pre-Empress card. Immature emotions. That is very Page of Cups, which we already saw. That's going over new home. And then temporary setback. I have choose you first. And deepening bond is going over strength. Okay, so whatever this imbalance was, it's this imbalance or this fight or whatever, stalemate, indecision, it's a temporary setback. And so just realign yourself with what you value, especially when making whatever this moral decision is that you're working on, that you're also using your intuition on, that you've come full circle, right? And if that also has to do with a new home, it was a temporary setback. And then if it had to do with losing the home or being separated from the home or something from the home, had to do with immature emotions. We already saw that in the coming future, you're going to come full circle with this. Okay. But just take what resonates. Temporary setback. Okay, so strength. Using your inner strength and maybe sucking a little bit of this up and, balancing out the immature emotions. It's going to grow this bond better than if you stay in this kind of energy or this kind of energy, right? So this would literally be a fight, an immature fight, a really immature fight, a really immature separation, a separation due to immaturity on both sides. Like he would say nasty, horrible, terrible, abusive things. And then they would just be like, they wouldn't be able to, they'd be upset, but they wouldn't be able to articulate it. Whereas this guy could articulate it in an incredibly abusive way. They're not going to be able to articulate it. They're just going to maybe cry and go run and hide under a bed because they don't have the capability. Okay, even if that's to say I love you, like they don't have that. They could just be crushy and like you or whatever, but they're not going to say it. So these are both, and then together. So sucking this up will deepen the bond a little bit because that is an example of it just can't and it won't. It won't work out if you don't take the high road basically with it. I think is what this is saying, is like balance you out. This is a temporary setback. There's immature emotions in this fight. All right, so use loving messages to see what their overall most significant feelings are towards you at this time, Capricorn. The overall. How does Capricorn feel for Capricorn at this time? Holy Spirit, please share with me. What are Capricorn person's overall and most significant? Yeah. Capricorn's overall towards Capricorn this time. Seduction, attraction, teasing, hooking up and date, third party temptation. Very double energy I'm going with. This looks cute and fun and great, but there's some sort of temptation here. So whether it's a third party situation, it's something else like food, alcohol, work, whatever. If this moral decision that you're making between two people is a temptation or a third party, you likely already know the answer to this, right? Okay, and I can see you are working hard at it. Working hard at it. Okay, passion, insane chemistry, sparks, having fun, equal interest, burning desire. So, if this isn't like a passionate love relationship, just think of it as like enthusiasm, just like excited enthusiasm. Love call, expressing love, messages of love, thinking of you, informing you. Holy Pisces card. Okay. So some sort of teeny little message that's not going to be a big, huge, grand gesture. And it's not going to be full of like I missed you so much. You're the one for me. They'll just be like, hi, heart emoji, hand wave. I'm sorry. Okay. Like that's the extent of that little baby right there. Okay. Abundance, positive mindset, manifest gratitude, bliss, and blessings. And um, that is awesome because you are seeing yourself in the Queen of Pentacles energy and you are working on things. And so likely your person is noticing that about you too. Backstabbing, heartbreak, pain, separation and loss, deception and lies, shocking attack. So you could come in and blurt some crap and it could be incredibly shocking and it could be a little bit to recover from. Or this could be a third party, which would be very Three of Swords. Um, so, if something happened with this fight and it threw you into a Three of Swords, or you found out it was a third party, blah, 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 blah. Let's take what resonates. The Runner, fear of intimacy, running away, intensity, letting go, turmoil, and fleeting. And so this is going, the Runner is going under the Call. So, and that, which is going under, I don't even know, I messed them all up, but I think it was Home and Temporary Setback. So there might be a little call that's like an apology explaining why, maybe why they ran, why they took off, why the fight happened. Coffee cup, meeting and talking, savoring the moment, fleeting, elevated, building relationships. So yeah, could come full circle with that apology and go on a little tiny date for coffee. Don't expect something huge and monumental. Keep your set and said suck it up, use your inner strength, because I don't think them coming back is going to be, people should come back and apologize as big as they fight, right? If that's my opinion of things, like if you fuck something up so big and that was really easy for you to do, like it was really easy for you to come in and say a whole bunch of horrible things, but it's going to be such a teeny apology. We need to get better. We need to get better, or none at all. Like that's most of the time, right? Okay. Let's see what they would say to you. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Please, Spirit, please share. Please share with me. Um, share with me. Say Capricorn at this time. What? I need time. I feel like I'm not good enough for you. So there's definitely some insecurity and emotional immaturity issues there. They aren't in their strength like you. This was just a fling, and that's going over the Runner, the phone call, and the Runner. I feel empty without you is going over coffee cup and abundance. I check on you from afar. That's very Page of Swords. I pulled away because I'm overwhelmed with all of the things going on in my life. And this is going over just a fling. So that's what they thought it was going to be. And that might be because this is going over the loving message, the runner. This was just a fling. I pulled away. That might be a little bit what that message is about. If you're lucky, if they can go that deep and they can self actualize and analyze that well. It's a Page of Cups, so don't go that far. Keep your strength. Like, there was someone interfering in our relationship. It's going over. I feel empty without you. And so let me start. If this isn't like a love reading for you, friends, family, coworkers were interfering and, you know, putting their 2 cents and swirling around in this stuff. If there actually was a third party and this is what it's about, and you are in this, because your goal was the Lover's card to make the moral decision, right? And you're at a distant, like there's some sort of unrequited love that either made this emotionally distant or physically distant or both, right? I just know like there was someone else, and I can see why you have why you're thrown into a moral decision right here, because it looks like it was shocking to find that out for you. So just know like their goal is, it looks like it's to come in with an apology and to go to coffee. I You're gonna have to use your inner strength on this, because it's probably not gonna be like you're in Queen of Pentacles. They're a page. You are like emotionally stable. You are abundant in every way, and you are incredibly nurturing. And they can't even sort out how they feel, so they blurt, right? So y'all are on completely different levels here, which is why they don't feel like they're good enough for you. They didn't think it was gonna last, so they pulled away and they ran. And now it's like they feel empty and they want to go on this coffee date. Just be careful and keep your eye on how close they are paying attention to your money and the fact that you are Queen of Pentacles, because abundant is one of the ways they view you, and that's under coffee cup. Just, it's there, so I'm saying it. Just keep your wits about you. Keep your wits about you, Capricorn. Okay, so let's get a miracle card for you. This will be one little piece of advice you can take with you for the rest of the week. This is two. What is one piece of advice that Capricorn rest of the week, Holy Spirit? What is one overall that Capricorn rest of the week? Spirit. What is one? Now this is cute. If you want to screenshot this or pause it, blow it up. It says treating others kindly. More often than not, more often than not, people will treat you as nicely as you treat them. And in your case, this looks like a fight where it was incredibly immature, and then you're going to have to be the one sucking stuff up. And whether this was about a home, a third party, people being in your ear, and you've got this moral decision that you got to make while you're working, while you have other things going on, you also have to deal with this on top of it all and suck it up. Just choose you in the end. Choose you. It doesn't necessarily mean selfish, but it means like if you're making choices that aren't in alignment with who you are and what you really believe and the way you can function in the world, you are going to feel imbalanced and off kilter. And it's going to cause those immature emotional outbursts and fights with other people around you and things like that. So just make sure, like, choosing you means choose what you are in alignment with. Okay. Because that's going to keep you in balance. Also, choosing to be authentic, choosing to be in alignment with what you think is right, true, and just, especially making moral decisions like this, especially if it's involving another person or a third party. And this was shocking, and this is a lot to navigate. Especially if all these things are going on for one person, right? And they're not independent little things happening to different people that I'm reading on. So choosing you first means choosing the alignment of your values, what you feel is right, true, and just. And that'll keep you in balance at all times. Okay. And, treat others kindly, use your inner strength, be the bigger person and suck it up, which was already kind of the advice that I was leaning towards giving you, right? Because whatever is going on with this other person, other people, whatever, they are not in queen energy. They are in childish energy, childish emotion energy. They're in blurty and healed energy. And that is not you. Okay. It looks like you have been working on yourself, right? So you've been working on yourself, stuff like that. So that's what I have for you, Capricorn. If you would like a personal reading with me, please check my email below and assist YouTube in the algorithm with your likes, shares, and subscribes. It'll have them send you more Capricorn readings, and it'll get this Capricorn reading sent out to others. And I want to know what's going on here for sure. So I love if you comment. And that's what I have for you. Have a great week.